All right. It's now Saturday morning and 2:30 in the morning. Um, Nationals has come and gone, and my chances. So, um, I want to set the record straight from my perspective. I didn't have a bad build. In fact, I had a fantastic build. I had a build that was capable of winning the whole thing. Pilot error was the problem. This guy. I made stupid mistakes. Why did I make stupid mistakes? Because I didn't know the build. I didn't know the insides and the outsides of the build. Well, David, why would you run that? Well, because sometimes you run the build that works. Uh, Guess what? It's quite possibly a build that's showing up in Worlds under somebody else. If it is, well, you'll probably already have known that. I had good matches. I had fun matches. Picked up a win that I shouldn't have won. I picked up a loss, probably two losses that I shouldn't have. So, really, I deserve to be 3-1. Now, deserve is a weird word. Deserve is a tough word. Deserve is a word I don't like to throw out because deserve means you're entitled and no one's entitled to anything. You get what you get and you live with it. So I'm 2-2. I finished 17th. I finished 17th because I was low on fleet points. But I gave Peter Smith, yes, Peter Smith, the two-time reigning world championship, the most nerve-wracking game of his Star Trek Attack Wing life. That means something. I broke him psychologically. He said, no, I don't want you getting points off of me because I can't have you in top 4. Now, he didn't make top 4 either. That's a whole different story. But the reality is that you don't want to face certain types of builds. I had 4 warp jumps on my fleet. 4. Warp jump is a problem in this game. It needs to be changed. We'll get there. Copilot probably needs to be changed first. Anyways, I'm sidetracking. So, why did I lose? Well, 1, I got a little ahead of myself. But 2, I had probably the worst damage deck luck of my life, and that's saying something considering in quick plays I have received 2 stunned helmsmen, at least 1 warp core breach, and it's like the hits keep coming, and they don't stop coming. So at one point I took 3 crits on the Enterprise A that had the shuttle dock. That's a grand total of 80 points. And it went 1 less attack die, stunned helmsman, direct hit, let's kill you. The next one went minor explosion, roll an attack die. If it hits, you're dead. Or not dead, but you take another damage. So I did that. And then I drew direct hit. And so that's another damage, and that's 4, and that's enough. So taking 2 crits to the Enterprise A resulted in 4 damage. Those odds are ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. The good news is I then played a quick play against Robert Chest. He was not prepared for what I did. Was rather glad I'm not in the World's field, and he is. Not because it's me, but because it's the build. Then, of course, I pulled another Enterprise E, so that made 3, but I traded him that he had a spare Gen Con. No, that's not a fair trade on his part. He's getting a way raw deal, but he was okay with that. That's the Gen Con I needed for Robert Fletcher. Robert's stick together. So, Robert, thank you so much. From the shipyard, thank you. It's much appreciated. The irony then is, I go to the WizKids fan event, and I'll get to coverage of that in a little bit. And then there's trivia. And the question was, as of right now, how many prototype Romulan drone ships are there in the game? And I go, here's my hand. 2! There are 2. Yes, the drone ship is the prototype 022. Yes, I mean that. See, right about here, there's going to be a card image of the prototype 02. The Raptor class is cheap. The Dreadnought is 29 points. It's odd. And the New Oberth class is the Grissom. Woo! Love it. I tell you guys this. Star Trek Attack Wing is in the hands of people who get the game now. The product lead for WizKids is somebody different than who I dealt with when I was the preview guy. And that is internal politics, whatever the case may be. But the fact of the matter is that Kyle, who is with WizKids, is a guy who gets it. He wants this game to succeed. He wants life. He wants a vibrant community, and he is willing to give out information that he can give out. He's willing to talk to people. And that's such a different take than what we've seen in the past, and it is reassuring me that this game is in the right hands. Maybe it's not reassuring you enough. That's fine. I know you're not here. You're not hearing the tone in people's voices. You're not hearing the excitement. But during the fan appreciation event, I'm sitting next to Tucker. We're in the front row. And Scott D'Agostino, I believe I'm butchering his last name, but Scott, he's like the marketing head of WizKids. He's giving most of their presentation, aside from Jimmy, who does their Dice Master stuff, and Jimmy's a wonderful guy. He used to do their streaming coverage of Dice Masters. But Scott's doing the stuff, and he starts off with HeroClix. It's like, more HeroClix stuff. I don't play HeroClix, never have, so I just kind of roll my eyes at it. And then Jimmy does the Dice Master stuff, and then Scott comes back to do Attack Wing. It's like, okay. And he starts showing stuff, and most of the room's like, and Tucker and I are like, wait, what, hold on, that? What? Look, it's odd. The Dreadnought's odd. And Scott's kind of seeing us and going, wait, these two guys are like way too excited. But he's feeding off of it. He's like, wait, they get it. We're like kids on Christmas morning or whatever holiday you guys want to celebrate. But we're kids. We're like super excited. And it's like the joy in our faces, the excitement in our voice, and we're live Facebook posting this stuff, and we're going, what is this templating? And it's not a why would they do it? It's the, oh my goodness, if this is the way that Attack Wing's going to look in the future, it is going to solve so many problems that it's just gonna fix stuff. And we ran into Kyle in the hallway afterwards, and he reassured us nothing in the game right now will be illegal after as more stuff comes out. New rules don't change that. What happens is, so like the new Raptor class is going to be cheaper, and probably the generic is going to be cheaper. That means the Samra still exists at like 18 points, and it's going to be there. They're not changing the Samra. They're not making it cheaper. So it's an 18-point ship when the new Raptor is like 13 and the generic's probably 12, 11, I don't know. So do you want to pay 18 points for a Samra? I don't know. But you can if you really like that named ability. Odd ship points are going to bring so much needed variety into this game. Like, It means that this stupid formula of stats times 2 is not the way that it works anymore. It means that one of the biggest things that people complain about is gone. It's out the window. I did stuff on the drone, and it adds up to 29. Not the drone, the dreadnought. And it's like a 6057. And that's like, or maybe it's a 60. Hold on one second. Yeah, so it's a 6045, which normally would be 30 points, but they're discounting it down to 29 points. So they're saying maybe the fact that it doesn't roll an evade die is actually a detriment, so that gives it a point back. I had to go to Space Dock, look up the existing stats. I think that's an improvement. Now, if you like the old Dreadnought, I don't, but if you do, then go ahead. It's options. I keep coming back to this. It's options. Options will rule the game. And all this is doing is giving people more options. And these faction packs, what they're trying to do is give people out-of-the-box fleets that are cohesive. They are to give people, give these factions a sense of identity. Right, so we kind of understand that the Mirror Universe works with auxiliary power tokens and some other stuff, but that's one of their things. Extra attack is another. So if they made a mirror pack, that would probably be where they focus. Who knows what they're doing with Dominion, with Romulan, with Independent? They're going to create things. As of now, there's not new ship models coming out. That's a little bit of a bummer, but note that in the descriptions they do say Romulan Faction Pack 1, Dominion Faction Pack 1. This doesn't mean that it's the only faction pack that will ever come out for that faction. It means it's the only one probably for a while. It means the design focus is probably going to be on get a Romulan, get a Fed, get one for every faction. Then we start looking at what needs more. Go from there, then life's better. That's just some thoughts. As you guys have seen, I have permission to record video as long as both players consent to being recorded. And I think that's a great compromise. The advantage is having a fixed tripod. It all works. I wish I could live stream. I can't. It's a rule that's in place. We deal with that. Understandable. You play by the rules. I don't want to get into why it's that way. It's a respect thing for WizKids to not get into that. But I want to say that having video is close. It's not the same, but it's close to what we've got. It's far better to have video than have nothing. Does that make it perfect? No. Do I wish we had some means of having these players, having live stream, having announcers that the players couldn't hear? Oh yeah, I really wish we do. As I'm watching the audio and trying to edit little bits, I really wish, that I could have gotten the players mic'd. Because then I could filter out the con noise better. But I can't. I don't have that tech. I do have lapel mics, but I don't have a means of getting both of them mic'd well. Certainly not on a nationals worlds level. That would be too much spectator interference. So, I believe that Saturday is going to be a go around the convention, play some quick plays. We'll see how all of that goes. But, we have fun. We do what we do. And we go from there. I'll let you guys know. Of course, you'll have seen a lot of this stuff on the Shipyard Facebook page. And yeah, it's been fun. I'm tired. I'm reaching that kind of like exhaustion point. But you're only at a con once a year, a big con like this. So that's life. Anyways, thank you guys again, and we'll see you maybe partway through Sunday, but I think my camera is going to be in use most of the time for Worlds, so probably not. Anyways, thanks again for watching.